Hey guys, welcome back for another video. Today, I've got a cool little product that should appeal to a lot of riders. This is a standalone TPMS for monitoring your tire pressure. This operates strictly with your phone, so gone are the days of needing a dedicated big clunky display device to mount somewhere on your bike just to display your tire pressures. This works with Android, works with iOS going back for years, Bluetooth 4 and up. So should be really simple. I've already installed the app on my phone, but I haven't obviously opened this yet, haven't paired it. It only requires internet access for the initial account creation and linking the product to your account. Other than that, it's completely offline. Now there are two kinds of sensors out there. Well, I should say two types of sensor communication out there. You've got internal sensors. Those are the kind that you see on your car, for example. You don't have anything on your fill caps on your car. They're all inside the tire. And then they have external. These are what you can add to virtually any vehicle out there. Now with the externals, there are batteries inside each one of them, and I'll show you that here in a second. And they all operate the same way. You unscrew it, you've got a little coin cell, and bada bing, bada boom. However, there are two types, like I said. The first type is on all the time, and that's what these are. They use Bluetooth. They're constantly in communication. All you have to do is power up your phone, and if you're in range, boom, you've got your reading. Doesn't matter if the bike is moving or anything else. It just sends the signal, connects to the app, and you've got your reading. The other kind is built for battery savings, and those only come on after the wheels have been in motion a little bit. And that's how all the cars work, because obviously you don't want to be dismounting your tire just to change a battery on an internal sensor. And likewise, some companies prefer to use longer life batteries, but have them basically on standby when the bike is stationary. The downside to that is you can't get a reading before you start riding the bike. So with those types, and that's the older type, this is the newer design. The older type, you'd go out and ride your bike and you wouldn't find out you've got a leak or a low tire until you're already down the road. This way you can check on your stuff before you go anywhere. I absolutely love that they've done it right. This is how any kind of real modern manufacturer does the batteries. The batteries are in here, but they're not connected. You have to pull this tab in order to release the contact and actually start draining the batteries. So these are basically brand new, topped off fresh batteries delivered in the product. The next best thing would be a spare set of brand new batteries, which we've seen from one or two of those dash unit reviews that I did. But I'll pull these in a second here after I go through the box. Shouldn't be much else in here except for maybe some nuts and the instructions. Now, one other thing you need to know about these externals is the heavier these get, the more they affect not only the wheel's balance, but the effect on stock rubber valve stems. These are, I believe they said 7.5 grams with the battery. That is definitely heavy enough where you do not want to be putting these on rubber valve stems. And they do sell a variety of metal valve stems that you can purchase at the same time. They're very inexpensive. The downside is you do have to dismount and remount the tire to swap your valve stems. But if you're going in for new tires anytime soon, absolutely get metal instead of rubber valve stems, and then you'll be good for whatever you want to put on them. They also have not only straight metal valve stems, but T, which I highly suggest. They are unfortunately out of stock for me when I requested this, but you can definitely order them from anywhere that sells them, obviously. The advantage to those are you not only get the durability so you can mount any type of TPMS on them, but you don't have to dismount these to fill your tire. You've got two ports. It's a T-mount. That is definitely the way to go. So that's those. And these are about in between. The real older, larger, clunkier size that use the 2032 batteries, and the very modern, even smaller, even lighter ones like in the Chiggy package. But these are just fine. There's no problem with these whatsoever. I might as well open one right now. Check out the battery, and you just unscrew it. Should have a rubber O-ring in there. No tool required for this one because they put nice knurling on both the cap and the base. I dig that. And there we go. And there's your battery. So I'll go ahead and slide this out. And yes, you do have to pull that top off in order to pull this out. And now this is active. I'll do the same for the second one here. When you screw these down, don't super crank them down. The O-ring is red and you'll feel it really start to snug up. There you go. Once it just stops, you got plastic to plastic, you are fully tightened. Do not go further than that. Treat it basically like an oil filter. And there's our second. And snug. These also come in silver if you have silver wheels and you want to match them better. All right, inside the little box, we have, I have no idea. It's a large and small key ring. I'm not sure what that's for. And then we have what they call security nuts. Basically, it's a way to double nut this onto the valve stem to prevent someone from just spinning it off by hand. You do have to put a little wrench on here, which goes underneath it. Not any kind of actual security. I mean, you can definitely grab them by hand, or if you have any kind of wrench, they come right off, but they give them to you. They do not have anything to do with keeping these screwed on, so don't think that. You don't have to use these if you don't have the need for it. And then likewise, brackets and the straight metal valve stems. I will definitely be keeping these and swapping them next time I do tires. Nice and chunky. Dig those, that's for sure. And then that should be it. Yep, all right, that's all for the box. Warning, don't let your kids eat batteries. Ah, darn, I was looking forward to that. And then a quick start guide. Basically do what I just showed you, install it on the bike, add it to your account in the phone. And real quick before I go out there, I'm just adding these in the app. Profile creation is the same as anything else. You just pick your vehicle, add your new devices, bada bing, bada boom. If you also have, say for example, electric scooters or electric bicycles or cars, they also sell packs just for that as well. The app gives you multiple notifications for a total flat, which you can toggle on or off, and you can set high and low thresholds for pressure warnings. The other cool thing is it not only gives you notifications in the app, if you choose to allow it, it can also send you haptic and audio alerts through to your headset and your watch if you prefer. So now I'll go ahead and install the first one. It's scanning for anything in range. It might require me to put it on the bike to detect it. Yeah. All right, so I'll finish this out in the garage. So just for a size comparison, there's the Chiggy, which is the smallest unit I've currently seen on the left, and the FOBO Bike 2 on the right. It's close. Just minimally perceptibly heavier. It's close. So now with the sensor installed, I'm going to hit retry here. I had selected the front position. It should just pick it up and add it to my account. All right, so that didn't work. It says remove it for 8 seconds, screw it back in, and retry. All right, let's try it again. And reinstall. Yep, there we go. So second time was the charm. Added to the account. No, added it to the rear. Even though I tapped front. That's all right. All right, I'm gonna do the rear. I'll switch them around after. Sensor too far. Okay, let's take it off. Go through this again. Wait 8 seconds. Now this says to touch the sensor with your phone. Well, I can't get my phone into where it is. That's not a very realistic install procedure, and there's absolutely no reason you should need to do that. But I'm gonna get it as close as I can here, within a couple inches. And try again. All right, that worked. So obviously the proximity has to be very close here. And now I've got install complete. I've got a notification that my front is above the limit. That's just the default limit. I have not set these yet. Let's see, how do we set them? If I click on that, I just clicked on the front here. We got front, we got rear. We can switch between them just clicking FT and RT at the top there. Picture doesn't matter, that's just the color. We've got a firmware version, 305, 305, both are assumably current and the same. I like that it shows temperature. Not worried about front and rear at this point, that's just arbitrary. We do have a data graph. Okay, so that looks like it's working. And if you long press on front or rear, we can disable it. Here we go, swap position. I was hoping it had that. Move that to the rear. Nice. So that way you don't have to do anything with the actual sensors. Let's hold down on the rear now. Replace, release. So if you're selling it or moving it to a different account, you hit release. And I would assume replace is just adding another one to your account. Let's see, how do I change the limits? That's just info. Let's go back. What about settings in the upper corner there? Here we go. Vehicle recommended pressure. So I want, oh, okay. So we just hit anywhere there and then we get, what are these again? I wish it had minimum, recommended, and max. So I guess recommended is what you normally set your cold pressure to, and then you can set the min and max alerts. I wish they had the labels on the top of the screen though. So let's see, I want to set my, what is this, rear to 42 PSI. Oh, and your unit of measures are set in your account. Strangely not in the app. So high pressure, we'll say 50, and low of say 35. So if I start to get a flat or have overfilled it, that'll give us a warning there. It'd be nice if you could copy this. Let's see, oh, I just did the front, darn it. Anyway, we can fix that real quick. I set it to 40. Oh, that's cool that it maintains the ratio. I didn't flick the left, it did that automatically. That's nice. So rear, we want 42. I don't actually know what they're set at right now. It's been a while since I topped them off. And again, 50 and 37 will work. Actually, I want that to be 35. There we go. All right, so now we should see good warning. You've made some changes. Save, yes please. So strangely, that goes over the internet and saves to your cloud. It's not just in your app, but that's okay. So rear is showing 39. Front is showing low at 34.8. You can see the little warning symbol there. That's cool. Just means I need to top it off, which is probably correct. Okay, so there you go. Easy install, very versatile app. I love that it gives you real-time stats, whether they're moving or not. Absolutely makes it simple to make sure you don't have a problem before you hit the road. If you're looking for something like this, check them out. I'll put the link down below. We'll see you next time.